May I be that beacon so high and so bright that shines this ray so far and wide.
I'm Mark Allyn. I was born in Rocky Mount, North Carolina in 1953. Didn't last long there because I needed to have some plastic surgery for cleft lip. I was raised in the Boston area. And when I was in the 3rd grade, I realized I loved to play with electricity. I made a light bulb when I was in the 3rd grade in school out of an old mason jar and an old wire. By the 5th grade in school, I ran a TV repair shop, learning strictly on my own. My father knew nothing about electricity. He was an accountant. I would go to the town dump and pick up old TVs and radios and learn how to fix them. I use them for my learning, hands-on learning, self-teaching. And if they work, I would sell them or give them to my classmates. And I would get more of them. Just a continuous process of learning on my own. So by the time I was in junior high school, I would qualify as an electronics technician. And I want to point out, I wasn't these short, but I had another pair of homemade shorts when I was living back east. I was kicked out of the restaurant at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Boston Common for wearing my colorful shorts. So you could say I was kicked out for not being boring. I had at least one woman said to me, "I think you're the best fashion designer here in Bellingham." I have no qualms in wearing my homemade clothing anywhere in town, including the Unitarian Church, the museum. When I give tours of the museum, I'm like this. There is no place here in Bellingham that I am uncomfortable wearing my clothing. Usually it's colorful, but now this is unusual. It's the first time I ever use old towels from Goodwill. But most of the time I use upholstery or drapery fabrics. And I love jacquards and tapestries. Now this one is new. I'm quite proud of this now, but I don't know how long this will last being worn as clothing. The jury's out on that. Plus it's too warm. Right now I'm okay, but if I'm riding my bike, I'd be sweating. The lighted clothing I'm proud of, except it's very uncomfortable. Heavy vinyl is quite heavy, but it's artwork. Sometimes with artwork you don't have to, artwork you have to realize it may not be the most comfortable. It's artwork. So I'm proud of it in the fact that it's unusual, but I cannot wear it for more than 15 minutes at a time. So anyhow, sewing, woodworking, then kiln formed glass. That's fusing glass. Okay, that lasted a couple of years, but in Portland I realized I could not stand up. There's a lot of glass in Portland. After I gave that up, metal. Welding, learn how to weld on my own, learn metal. Then glass engraving, but nobody does glass engraving anymore. Then after glass engraving, then introduce lights. Now the combination of the metal, the glass engraving, and the lights stand out completely. I would ask people who have moved up from San Francisco or LA or other areas, they have never seen that kind of artwork ever, even in big cities. So those are the mainstays with the lights, the glass, actually, metal, glass, and lights, and also lighted clothing. There's a lot of rumors about massive layoffs, but nobody knew when. The press didn't know. Intel was very tight-lipped. I ride my bicycle to work on Monday, April, whatever the hell it was, 24, something like that. So I arrive at the office, and guess what I find? I find a bunch of security goons hanging around a cluster of conference rooms. They had already started to escort people out the door. They were doing perp walks through the hallways, escorting people to special conference rooms to strip them of all their identity and all the other stuff, and literally out the door. One person was escorted out and left her car keys at her desk. They would not let her back in to get her car keys. because she was stuck. It was getting rather dismal. So, on this, I think it was the second to last day, I decided to try to spice things up in my own way. It was raining out. I'd ridden my bicycle to work wearing my colorful clothing under the clear plastic shroud. Now imagine a plastic-wrapped ballerina practicing for the Nutcracker Suite while pirouetting down the hallways on the Intel campus. That fell over like a dull thud. Let your true self show. Set yourself free. Break the bonds or break the chains of conformity and fly free like an eagle.